Hi, my name is Ivana and I'm a life and transformational coach and I'm a certified root cause therapy practitioner. I specialize in helping women to recover after breakup, separation, or divorce. And my specialty is also working with the deep emotional wounds, generational patterns, and limiting beliefs that seem to be invisible patterns you are starting to be aware of coming from toxic relationship and you are trying to rewire yourself for a better future and more aligned relationships. In this video, I would like to take you through top 10 mistakes we make after breakup. Because knowledge is power, and also because there is no shame. No matter how many of those mistakes you made, we are human, and I made all of them as well. We are making them not because there's something wrong with us, but because we are wired for safety and security and for survival. But sometimes this wiring for safety and security and survival is kind of working against us. So let's untangle that. And this is exactly what I would like to call out and normalize. We don't want to stay stuck in a survival mode and old patterns that kept us safe, especially after toxic relationships or painful relationship. So what I would like to use is a vocabulary around how you feel or how I felt in relationship. And in my past relationship, I felt a lot of pain and a lot of dynamics that wasn't serving to me. I'm already changing the focus from what the other person is like, whether they're changing or not, what is their diagnosis, and I'm changing the focus on me, my experience, and that's what matters. And what happens so often now that we're single, now that we're out of the toxicity and the dynamics that wasn't serving us, we still feel a lot of pain in our body, and we still looping back to what happened and why. And this is the number one, overthinking the why. Asking why did this happen? Why didn't I see this sooner? Why wasn't I enough? The mind is looping in the past. We're trying to put the puzzle pieces all together and understand intellectually what we could change. So if we change that one thing, it wouldn't have this result, which is unwanted. But there is no satisfying answer. No matter how much overthinking over the past, how much ruminating you do, how much sorting and shifting of your past experience, the pain just doesn't go away. There is simply no answers you can find by recalling what happened in the past. In psychology, this is called ruminating, and it's our brain to trying to create control or some sort of illusion, some sort of comfort in knowing that if we could rewrite how we were treated, the relationship would be good. Or if we just understood what is the intention, did he mean to hurt me or if he didn't? And in some way, this sounds like arguing with the past. Byron Katie is reminding us if we argue with the past, we lose, but only 100% of the time. Sometimes you catch yourself ruminating straight away. Sometimes you go for days. I'm thinking and thinking my way through something which was not pleasant, and I'm bringing the same feeling into my reality, and I feel just terrible pattern of going back and poisoning my presence with something I can't change about my past. And this is the key. You have to identify, no matter how hard you're thinking about the past, you can't change it. So stop asking yourself the why did this happen to me question and start asking yourself question, how do I move forward? That shifts your attention from being in the past, something you can't change or affect or understand any better, to shift your energy to the future and something you have control over. And this is exactly where the healing starts. It gives you your power back. And you're not analyzing him or the past. You are creating your new future. Mistake number 2, isolating yourself. See, it seems natural to kind of withdraw, stay at home, stay alone, stop answering the messages, stop seeing your friends, and just taking the times in your little cocoon and heal fully. While some of this is definitely true, there is a point where it becomes kind of not serving you. So in a short run, it's definitely a strategy where your healing will happen because you're in your own cocoon and you're giving priority to your emotions, your feelings, and rediscovering who you truly are. In a long run, avoiding connections, seeing your friends, or building new connections might just deepen your pain and your suffering. The shame you feel grows in silence. Your story wants to be shared, witnessed, heard, and listened to. And the loneliness is trying to convince you that this is how it meant to be. Maybe I'm different. Maybe no one understands me. And that's simply not the truth. If you are going through this stage and you just had enough of sitting with your own shame, please remember that Brené Brown says, shame cannot survive being spoken. It cannot survive empathy. So the true healing doesn't happen while you're hiding yourself from others. The true healing happens when you actually share vulnerably. Please pick someone who is safe, who is understanding, who can hold your emotions. Here is a mistake number 3, distracting yourself instead of feeling your own feelings. So it's a very natural reaction. Maybe some of us as children who need us, we get into this illusion of if I do more, the pain will go away. I can start my own business, your own projects, distracting yourself with other things to do. But notice if this way is bringing you relief or if it doesn't. In a short run, maybe it's really nice and you have a little break from the pain. But in a long run, it might just extend how long you feel or pushing down the pain for. It keeps you in a survival mode. And if you don't let your emotions to be seen and felt, your bubble of suppressed emotion is just growing and growing and growing. And you carry an enormous amount of heavy weight with you. And that's what's keeping you in a survival mode. As Carl Jung says, what we resist not only persists, but grows in size. And remember, your emotions are not your enemies. They are messengers and they are here to serve you. If we learn to pause, to feel, and to make space for what is, we begin to release them instead of carrying all of that heavy load with us. So the healing is not about numbing, distracting, or getting ourselves busy. It's about slowing down, listening, and making space for processing our emotions. And if you are like me, you didn't grow up in an environment where emotions were welcome, when you were not taught how to process them properly, this is exactly where my coaching and one on one work comes into place. I sit down with people and guide them through their emotions, through their big, scary emotions, how to process grief, how to process the fear of abandonment, anger, or sadness. And mistake number 4, rushing the healing journey. Yeah, there is some of us who, want to be good already. So you're comparing yourself or maybe judging yourself or thinking that you should be somewhere else on your recovery journey or on how you would feel by now. But instead, you should be honoring whatever space, whatever pace, and whatever timeline is there for your healing. Healing is messy, and sometimes we see a lot of progress and then stagnation, and sometimes we see stagnation for a long, long time, and then suddenly everything just makes sense. So don't judge yourself. Healing is not linear. Instead of putting a smile on and pretending maybe for others that you are fine, just honor what you feel and where you are, at least for yourself. You deserve to be tender with yourself and honest with yourself and see yourself for whatever you feel right now. And I promise that this approach will open your heart again to feel love. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, so trust the timing and trust the gentle unfolding. Mistake number 5, chasing the closure. Are you waiting for him to apologize, to admit what he did was wrong or hurtful, or explain why he did it? Simply be waiting for someone else's action so we can let go, so we can release, so we can feel that finally we can close this chapter. Well, this sounds very natural. Waiting for someone else to take responsibility, waiting for someone else to apologize or to explain what happened is very natural. But it's also giving your power away. If you're waiting for someone else to give you a key to your healing, that you might be waiting way too long. And it's very fair to wait for someone to validate your feelings, your experience, and give you permission to heal. You have a choice of who can validate your feeling. It doesn't have to be the person who hurt you. Who can validate your feeling could be another friend, another family member, it could be professional. But most of all, it could be you. You can give yourself the key to healing. And this is exactly what Mel Robbins advised. The only permission you need is your own. How beautiful and empowering. I love it. Simply declare, I'm giving myself the permission to heal on my own terms. Mistake number 6, ignoring the body. So we might make a mistake with intellectualizing our pain, with trying to heal through our mind. We might be journaling, thinking, analyzing, trying to make sense of it all. But if we ignoring the wisdom we have in our body, if we forget to heal our nervous system, our pain, that might just stay inside. As a trauma expert, Bessel van der Kolk says, the body keeps the score. So your trauma might be still stored in your nervous system, in your pain, in your shoulders, in your stomach and digestive problems, tense and anxious reactions, and simply you can't think your way through these sensations. Psychology and neuroscience says that unprocessed emotions are causing this pain, and we need to address it at the body level and work with the body, whether it's a breath work, gentle movement, meditation, or simply putting your hand on your heart and simply acknowledging that what you feel is real, what you feel is important. We were not taught as children how to process our emotions on a body level, so it might be new to you. Just include some embodied work in your routine, and you will see that over time, those things will shift the pain you feel in your body, and that will also free your mind. And you will finally feel free, at peace, and relaxed. The mistake number 7, minimizing the impact it had on you. If you ever catch yourself saying, I don't know why am I so upset. So you're basically negotiating with yourself and trying to minimize what you feel. Or maybe your breakup or divorce was amicable and there's no reason to be upset. There's no reason to feel resentment. So why do I still feel it? So when you're minimizing the impact it had on you, you're denying yourself and your emotions to be seen, witnessed, and present, and to move through you. So don't push them down. Don't judge them for being too big, too dramatic, too overwhelming, or too hard. Your feelings are valid. Your feelings are not wrong. Your feelings are just messengers. And as Rumi once said, feelings are just visitors. Let them come and go. And psychology also teaches us if we dismiss our feelings or if we're judging them, pushing them down, that's exactly when they get stored in our body and shows up as irritability, as restlessness, as a brain fog, as resentment or anger out of the blue, or physical symptoms. What actually helps you to move forward on your healing journey is allowing it all. Your heartbreak is valid. Your tears are valid. What you've been through was painful. So stop denying yourself the reality and start honoring your experience. Mistake number 8, confusing numbness for strength. It's easy to confuse that I am strong, I am fine, with actually not feeling anything at all. If you've been through a lot, your heart chooses a break. Your heart chooses to shut down instead of continuing the pain or extreme levels of stress. Your body would go into protective mode and shut down the sensations. So the difference between feeling strong and between feeling numb is numbness also includes your moments where you're supposed to feel joy. When your children have birthdays, when there is something you've been looking forward to and you can't be in the present moment, you can't feel the joy. So this is a sign that your feelings are actually numb. You probably wear a brave face, which looks like strength to others, but deep inside, you know that you can't feel joy either. So what will help you to move forward is open your heart with courage to whatever it is, even if the first stage means pain. And this might feel hard at start. And as Glennon Doyle says, we can do hard things. Feeling are the hardest, but it's where the healing begins. Mistake number 9, very similar, settling for short-term relief. And let's be honest here, it is much easier to soothe yourself with short-term relief than reach out for the deeper inner work. Because after heartbreak, we want a little bit of relief. You might be reaching out for food, you might be scrolling through your phone or binge watching some shows on Netflix till late at night. You might be even thinking to reconnect with your ex. This is all normal. Anything to fill the emptiness you feel inside. But deep down, you know it's just a bandage. Even if you do those steps, the pain comes back. This often comes to our deep childhood wounds, which needs to be addressed at the deeper level, not at the surface level of feeling rejected. This is the open door for deeper healing. Every breakup opens the door to a deeper healing and a deeper transformation, if you are willing to go through it. And as Gabor Mate says, the attempt to escape the pain leads to more pain. So that's probably what led you to create this pattern or this dynamic at the first place. And now is the time to break it. And now is the time to finally come free. Instead of running away from this ache, it's time to heal it at the core. Place a hand on your heart and remind yourself, healing begins when you stop soothing the surface and start healing the core. And lastly, mistake number 10, confusing independence with isolation. I don't need anyone, I can do this all by myself, I will figure it out on my own. Sounds familiar? This is a mistake a strong independent women often make. And this might be your trauma talking. You confuse that if you're on your own, you are more stable because relying on someone else wasn't safe in the past. But healing isn't about building higher walls around yourself. It's about creating safer bridges. So the true strength doesn't come from doing it all on your own. Allow yourself to be supported by someone who can hold the space for your healing. You can open the space for someone safe who can see your blind spot, who can remind you of your and who can gently guide you back to your true self. Because the truth is you don't have to carry it all by yourself, and you're not meant to. As Dr. Stephen Purges says, safety is not an absence of threat, it's a presence of connection. When you find a safe connection with yourself and with others, your nervous system will begin to relax, your heart will soften, and your healing will unfold naturally. So if you are ready for this deep healing supportive work, I would love to walk beside you and support you. Together we can unfold what's been holding you back, what is your past pattern, and I can help you to rediscover the calm and confident woman you already are. So if this resonates and you're starting to feel the pull towards a deeper healing, please check the link under this video for a 30-minute complimentary breakthrough session with me so we can start walking this journey together. Thank you so much for watching this video. You already made a massive improvement to how you felt at the start of this video and how you feel now. And if you're ready for more content, make sure you subscribe and leave a comment.